Every time you query a database, run a search engine, or execute a line of code, your machine relies on an invisible architecture. That exact unfeeling logic was dreamed up by one isolated man. His name was Gottlob Frege. For nearly 40 years, he was a provincial German professor lecturing to empty wooden chairs in Jena. His peers completely ignored him. He gathered no followers. He wrote his ideas using a two-dimensional notation so bizarre and difficult to read that the few academics who actually found his work immediately closed the book. Author Boris Krieger documents this lonely life in his book, Proof Without Gaps. Krieger manages a rare feat. He translates Frege's incredibly complex mathematical universe into plain English without relying on a single equation. Krieger's work exposes a fascinating irony about the foundation of our digital age. Frege had absolutely no intention of inventing computers. He simply wanted to locate the exact breaking point limits of human thought. Before Frege, the science of logic had been completely frozen since the days of ancient Greece. Thinkers assumed Aristotle had finished the job. Aristotle's 2,000-year-old system relied heavily on the fuzzy grammar of human language. It worked fine for simple statements, but it was entirely blind to complex relations, like tracking how one abstract concept inherits traits from another across a long chain of reasoning. Frege wanted to escape this trap. He set out to build a system of reasoning so mathematically exact that no hidden assumptions and no intuitive leaps could possibly survive inside it. He called this method proof without gaps. Every single link in an argument had to be explicitly justified by a stated rule. Verifying it required zero insight, only extreme, tedious patience to check the steps. To achieve that level of absolute certainty, Frege had to destroy the messy architecture of natural language and rebuild it from scratch as a rigid, unfeeling machine. This diagram shows the quantifier, separating every boy loves some girl from some girl is loved by every boy. Then, the converging lines illustrate his second breakthrough, separating sense from reference. The morning star and evening star are two routes to the exact same planet. Frege built these precise linguistic tools to execute one specific, monumental task. He made a wager. He intended to prove, step by gapless step, that the entire towering structure of arithmetic and numbers is secretly pure logic wearing a costume. He spent decades locked in this single massive proof, working in total isolation to ensure every mathematical equation was perfectly grounded. By stripping away human intuition, he constructed a perfectly rigid glass fortress. Because it could not bend, a single logical flaw anywhere in the foundation would shatter the whole thing. Decades later, Frege is an old man. The second volume of his life's masterwork is already at the printing press. He is inches from winning his wager. Then a polite letter arrives from a young English philosopher named Bertrand Russell. It contains a tiny observation that brings the whole structure down. This animation represents Russell's impossible contradiction, the collection of all collections that do not contain themselves. The logic loop breaks immediately. Does it contain itself? If it does, it doesn't. If it doesn't, it does. Faced with a collapsed life's work, Frege did not hide the flaw or quietly rewrite his definitions. He published an appendix in his own book, openly admitting that his foundation was broken. Krieger argues that by pushing precision to its absolute limit, Frege had finally found the place where rules stop working. This glitch proved that there is a limit to what we can explicitly name and control with logic. It was the discovery of a permanent boundary. The failure revealed that no matter how rigorous our language, there will always be truths that a system can show us from the outside, but that its own internal rules can never explicitly say. Frege died believing his life amounted to nothing, but in the decades that followed, the tools he left behind took on a life of their own. His obsessive demand for gapless proof, a system that verifies steps mechanically without needing human insight or understanding, provided the exact conceptual blueprint required for computation. The strange, unreadable diagrams he sketched in 1879 mapped directly onto the physical machines that emerged a half-century later to process symbols without understanding them.
he lost his wager to ground mathematics in logic. In the process, he engineered the rule-following mechanics that make modern software possible.
The digital age we live in today is Frege's failed, unfeeling engine of pure thought, resurrected in metal and electricity. Krieger's book confronts one final, dark boundary. In 1924, during the last year of his life, Frege kept a private diary. The diary reveals that the man who built the ultimate fortress of objective truth harbored virulent anti-Semitism and reactionary political hatreds. The same mind that flawlessly mapped the edges of universal logic was utterly blind to the inherited prejudices festering in his own head. Krieger leaves us with a sobering lesson. Reason is merely a tool, not a moral shield. A person can be a meticulous judge of data and a corrupted judge of humanity. Gottlob Frege mapped the absolute edges of what can be said, mathematically, technologically, and morally. He left behind a flawed, fiercely honest legacy, ensuring that a century later, his empty room is finally full.